People don't talk about it enough. People don't mention it because I think people know that when you're physically hurt, you need to do something about it.
Yeah.
Like even as kids,
That's
I
such a
think
good
this
point.
is something another thing we were talking about before. That Z said earlier was that even a 7-year-old kid will come up when he's hurt and want a bandage, and he'll ask for a bandage. He knows what to do
Correct.
to fix it, or she knows what to do to fix it. But what about when we aren't?
Yeah.
It's not a physical
Yeah,
pain.
we don't
It's
even.
it's if it's hitting you mentally, what do you do about
Yeah.
it?
Like you know that you're not supposed to touch a
Yeah.
open wound, right? That just makes it worse.
And
But
India, I think the biggest problem is we never outright talk about, like, if someone says they are going to a therapist, people don't think of
Yeah,
it like they are trying to help themselves mentally. No,
Nah.
people will think, "Arey, ye to
yeah,
aid hai." Huh.
like it's like a stigmatic situation,
Yeah.
and you're just like talked down to, and most people who figure out that you have something wrong with your thoughts just give you like stupid advice like sleep it off, or
Yeah.
just go get drunk, or let's smoke a joint, and so
हाँ अरे ये ले
like
एक मार हो
एक-
जाएगा.
that just takes us to a reflection of where we are moving as a generation, where we're just becoming like, we're sort of taking the paracetamol approach, which is, you have cancer, here, take a crocin.
This kind of reminds me of a joke that
Sorry if that was an insensitive cancer joke, but
oh
I'm
yeah.
what I meant is, like, you have a bigger problem.
My dad had cancer, man. No, I'm not even that's not a joke. My dad did have cancer. No, but
I'm just going to stop talking now.
it's okay. You can make like
No.
it's stupid jokes that we make. It's
Yeah.
like
Yes.
we aren't gonna be, are not candid ourselves. We can't be not ourselves
Correct.
right now here.
See, the point is, it's a
fine.
safe space, and he hasn't
Yeah.
punched me yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It
know,
is
so
a very safe
it
space.
is a safe space. So the
He
idea
is at my house though, so
Yeah.
there is a there is a possibility he might not reach his own house.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right. Anyone who's hearing this, I'm blinking twice.
Yeah. Oh my. But
No,
yeah,
so the point is, we're looking at paracetamols and painkillers to
Yeah.
really cure much
And
bigger problems.
This is something that reminds me of a joke that Veerdas made in his recent comedy special. If you guys have watched it, it's on Netflix. It's really good. You should check it out.
Yeah.
He
What's
talks about
Netflix?
what's Netflix. You should. So he talks about how we all have, like, as kids everyone has had Chavan Prash in general, right? You know how it tastes. It's really and it makes you feel really icky. So he talks about how, like, Chavan Prash is one of those things, like, if you have a headache and then someone stabs you in your spleen, you don't have a headache anymore. You have another problem, but you don't have a headache anymore.
Yeah.
That's what Chavan Prash does. And I think this just reminded me of that
right?
stupid joke about, like, yeah, man, like,
A mental problem is a mental problem.
Yeah.
You can't sleep over it. You can't smoke a joint and be done.
Yeah, you can't forget it with alcoholism.
Yeah,
That's
I mean-
how alcoholism begins. Alcoholics Anonymous is a thing because
Yeah.
of this. So
Like, you can't trade one addiction for another.
Mhm.
That's not really curing. That's just swapping, right?
Yeah, you're not improving yourself.
Yeah.
You're just putting something or trying to fill that void. Like I
Yeah.
said, like, people fill their own voids
Correct.
in their own ways.
Correct. Ooh.
And I think for me it was food. For someone it could be I don't know, alcohol. For someone it could be drugs. Someone it could be sex. There's nothing wrong. Like, there are people who just go around and not be in like just do one night stands, don't want to be in a relationship. But and it's completely fine.
Those
to
people
be
are
that
very
way.
cool, by the way.
Yeah, it's completely fine to be that way if you just want to. You don't want to have a relationship.
That's what you want.
That's fine. That's your
You don't
your
need to
thing.
justify it.
You don't need to justify it.
But yeah, the
But-
point is, if you have something that's the equivalent of a physical wound on the inside of your head, you aren't taught how to deal with it. You're rather told to keep rubbing on it.
We just have first aid, but not mental aid in general in this matter,
Exactly. So everything that we understand as a mass society is on the physical. If we can see it, we believe it. If we can't, then it just probably doesn't exist. And that's why it's so much more important to, like, really realize where you are in your thoughts. From time to time, you don't have to be diagnosed to have a problem to start really being wary about curing it. I mean, you could start much before. If you're somebody who feels you're completely fine, you need this as much as somebody who feels that they have an issue. And
I think and this kind of like what you mentioned about, oh, you need to kind of see it to actually have that in your mind, or think of it as a problem. I think that's the issue that most people don't realize is
Correct.
that even when we are facing our own problems that are taking place right now, like I think if we can take our own examples here,
Correct.
is we are looking for placements, right?
Yeah, jobs.
That is the biggest problem we can visualize now for ourselves.
We got food to eat, house to stay in.
Yeah.
Our bills are being paid, but we want.
No, but like we want to be independent, and that's
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest.
Correct.
And I mean, for me, I can still say like I'm working with for in my own company in a way with my mother, and oh wow, that sounds like, oh, how do you have a problem? But I think the thing here that comes up is I want to be independent. I want to be my own person, and how do we get out of that shadow of, right, like. And I think the biggest problem we visualize right now is, oh, we don't have our own jobs, or we are looking for jobs because we are completing our MBA the next 2 months.
Yeah, not that it's going to go out there and suddenly make
Yeah.
everything better, but at the same time, we have this weird habit as people where we sort of undermine our own problems,
Yeah.
right? Like what I was just saying, or what we were just saying, that, oh, we have everything, but we are worried about jobs. Well,
And just
doesn't
the fact,
matter.
and like looking at everyone getting placed, or
Yeah.
we don't realize how much of a pressure we are putting on ourselves.
correct.
It shouldn't be so much that it consumes each and every second of our thought.
True.
Right, but yet it does.
True.
We always are constantly thinking about what if we don't get placed, what if we don't get any work, what are we going to do then?
Correct.
So it's not going to be just black and white.
True.
It's not going to be like, oh, either you get placed or you don't get placed. So it's not just like, the main thing is we know our problem, but we are very scared to start working for it.
Agreed.
I think I know I am at times. I feel like, oh, कॉलेज में आएगा कोई कंपनी, अरे मैं फिर अप्लाई करूँगा और उसमें बैठूँगा, but what else am I doing for it?
Correct.
Am I just looking at it that way? And I think many people are sorted in that way, like of understanding, oh, they need to do this, and I have this problem because I have a very particular place I want to get into, very particular space and role I want to get into, and that's why I don't sit for each and every company. And I think that in itself, that I've put constraints on myself, requires me to work hard to get that particular space and job that I want to work in. If I don't put in the work, who's gonna look at me? Who's gonna be interested in me, right?
I will look at you.
You.
Yeah, see, guys, safe space.
Yes, sir.
Not that safe a space, but kidding.
No,
He's right. He makes some good points that if you have goals, you need to go out. I don't even know how
and
we are on
stopping
goals.
ourselves is I think the biggest block we have for ourselves, because we are very comfortable in our own space right now, right?
You're standing
Everybody
between
is.
you and yourself.
Yeah. And I think that is something we always for the people who watch anime, if you've ever seen Kuroko no Basuke or Kuroko's Basuke, actually, why am I talking about this? Nobody will understand this.
No, they will go on talk about it. It's a safe
so
space.
there's this thing about these guys like to play basketball a lot, and the biggest thing, the thing stopping themselves from reaching that next level is like them being too much in their own ego at times. One of the biggest problems one person faced, or the thing stopping him from going into the next level of being the best basketball player in that particular area, was him not like getting over his own ego in a way. You can call it like he knew that he was very good, but he never looked beyond that. Like, why does he play basketball? Like, it's not just because, oh, I'm very good and nobody can beat me. Sure, but what else? And I think they called it the zone in this, and when you go deeper into the zone, there's another gate that's always stopping you from reaching the next level, and that gate usually was blocked by, in this case, it was their teammate. Like, understanding that teamwork and all that is very important, and you need to trust each other. And I think in this case for us it would be trusting ourselves to be able to take that next step. Sorry, anime talks, man. I kind of, I mean, I watch a lot of anime, so I guess
So that's the good part, right? Like when you can draw parallels and give people analogies.
yeah,
That's the
but
whole idea.
it's a very niche here. I mean, I doubt anybody would understand. But sure, if anybody got anything from it,
Yeah.
yay. But yeah, so
Well, so yeah, I think at this point I'm running out of things to say. But
no, I think this topic is a very
it's-
heavy topic.
yeah, like
right?
by no means is this supposed to
we
be.
don't want to encroach on territories that would
Yeah, but that are sort of course
weird.
beyond our means.
Yeah,
And
and everybody, as we said, everybody has the
this is not us coming with okay, these are the problems. This is how you solve them. No, this is just us talking about how those problems affected us, and whatever little we did or we didn't to make us feel where we are. I mean, I think we just have to really talk, man. Like if you can talk with a friend, go for it. If you can't,
again, you can talk to us.
Talk-
We'll be
yeah.
available on various social media, and
Yeah.
we'll have the same name, Sheeples.
yeah.
Sheeples
And
is
it's
something
anonymous, right? So it's
Yeah.
beautiful. You don't gotta tell me who you are. I don't have to. Whatever. I mean, just the fact that there is an open channel, and there is a safe space can sometimes be all that's required.
And again, we would love to hear your thoughts about the same thing. Maybe we are wrong about something. We would love to. We would love to know if you
Most
feel like
certainly
we've
wrong about
yeah.
a lot of things.
I mean, yeah, maybe we can like we are definitely gonna be wrong about a lot of things
yeah,
for
but
many people.
that's
right?
beautiful,
Like,
right? We're just accepting that we're wrong. But do you know how difficult it is for so many or most people to just accept that they could be wrong? Like, like I know so many people who have a tough time. They will pretend right through everything, even if they don't know it, just because they're afraid of admitting that they might not know. Like people who'd answer a question even if they don't know the answer. I mean that's admirable, but I think the humility in life is that you can always be wrong and seldom be right.
I mean,
but as long as you have people to
and
talk about.
if you're going through, and again, the reason we stress about people to talk about, and this is from my own example, is when my college got done, when degree college got done, and before I started my post graduation degree. In between there was a period of it was a basic drought. I did do another course in between and all that, which is fair. I studied digital marketing and all that jazz, but yeah, in between it was a very empty 2 year, well, not 2 years, 1.5 year between middle of 2016 and the whole of 2017, because 2018 was the year I started my post graduation. It was, and in between I was working with my mom on our own company, trying to set it up, trying to get something going for us. And during that period I felt very I don't know, purposeless, worthless. I don't know, I didn't feel right. It felt like I'm doing nothing at the moment. I felt like I'm just stuck in one place while everybody else is moving ahead.
Correct.
And it wasn't the best feeling. It wasn't just me. And the biggest thing here was another friend of mine from college, from NM basically, was in around the same space. We kind of were understood each other's plight, because we both wanted to finish up with a post-grad degree and be able to move on with our lives ahead. But that 1.5 year was so difficult, because each and every day we used to wake up and feel the most what are we doing with our lives? Why are we here? What is wrong with us? And the only reason we were able to, I think, get through a lot of it was because even though we didn't talk every day, or we didn't need to talk, we knew that no matter what, he's there who understands, and I'm there who understands his plight, and we can share our experience of being in a very shitty spot, but we could share it.
Yeah.
And we understood each other, and sometimes that's all it takes.
That's all.
To not go deeper into a space where you can at times hurt yourself.
Correct.
Right. And I've seen a friend of mine hurt themselves. I've seen that person never spoke, but I've seen him fall from a third floor and jump, not only fall, jump, we and seen, and it's I think the one of the most shocking things that could have happened, and I wish I could have understood what he was going through and why he did what he did, and we'd never know. There was it just, we don't want people to reach that point, and always, like, if you feel like there's no one else, that's why we say, like, if you just want to voice out your opinion, you can voice it out to us.
Yeah,
We aren't professionals.
just talk.
Like, just to put it out there, we aren't
Yeah.
professionals, and we can't magically solve everything,
Yeah,
because
just-
we ourselves have not solved anything for
Yeah.
ourselves.
No, but what we are is just a bunch of non-judgmental people who are just. I'd like to believe that we're unbiased and that can just lend an ear, and like sometimes you have problems and you don't want solutions. You just want somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
So if you want us to be that,
Sure.
do that, man.
And
like I know
yeah.
that everyone's not always looking for solutions.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to talk to a blank space, but it's better if there's a person there. But you also want that person
So-
to not respond back.
Yeah.
So we can do that, man. Just wherever you are, and no matter how tough you think it is, we're here.
Yeah.
Or your phone recorder is here.
Yeah,
Or
like-
however you want to.
Or whoever you want to
Whoever
talk
you
to.
want to, right?
Like, it
Yeah.
could be your parents of all people. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be anybody else.
Correct.
Just, they are there. And this is, I think, the first thing we really wanted to talk about, because
True.
I think this is something that's
Like,
been plaguing us.
Yeah, make the jump from conversation in head to conversation vocal.
Yeah.
Make that
Yeah,
jump.
yeah.
Like, because that's how procrastination thrives and festers, right? It just stays as thoughts. But the minute you sort of write them down or you sort of speak them, you sort of made them immortal. So please just make that transition from mind to words, and it doesn't
And,
matter who
yeah.
those words go out to, but just be in a safe space or be with somebody who
Yeah,
can create
yeah.
that.
I think, I guess this
This
has
is-
been our first
this is a
podcast.
good
This was the first time we ever, picked up a phone. We don't have any place that we are going to upload it yet. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe Spotify, maybe, some other place. So wherever we do, if you feel like, we
Yeah.
can be someone who can talk to you about random shit, because
Yeah.
this is not the only, we aren't going to be deep all the time.
Yeah.
We aren't pretentious all the time like
True.
that.
I'm
We are going, what,
Talk
we
about
are-
a lot of topics.
Yeah, we're going to talk about everything, and
Like-
we are here to learn from you.
Yeah.
We hope
probably
to,
some interesting third wave
and
coffee.
we might be able to maybe get in contact with like, I don't know, like have a fun time in general with each other.
Yeah.
Right? We would love to hear your thoughts. We would love to have you be a part of our journey to understand what's happening.
True.
And if we can, we'll try to be a part of your journey in
Yeah.
some way or the other. So
That's what we're here
Yeah.
for, right? All of us to teach and to
So-
learn.